gentlemen, welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Jay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the Morning Shake with me, your host, Xavier Hendricks, and of course my co-host, Mr. Paris and Mr. Jesse. Jess, what's happening?
What's good, G? Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngers and bless up to the world. It's your boy Jay Paris. We coming to you live on this beautiful Monday morning from Johannesburg, South Africa. It's the Morning Shake powered by the Inside Show, and it's one of the best podcasts in the world. What's happening?
Dope. And of course, Mr. Jesse, what's happening, bro?
No complaints on my side. Brilliant weekend on my side.
Sorry, my bad, but I retract this, reverse. Because you know how people are in today's life.
Nah, facts, they gonna
blow
say.
up, make it, screenshot that, see what this home is about.
So, we knew it, that's why he's so famous.
Rewind.
Never mind all the hard work.
What's a new one now?
Let's just keep it fresh, bro. Peace. Oh, yeah. How do you do, bro? Yeah, facts.
There's a bunch. Bro, are you done saying hello?
Yeah, no, I'm alright.
So there's a bunch to talk about, Jets, but before we get into it, we want to talk about Stephen Furtick's jersey that everyone was complaining about last week or 2 weeks ago. I was actually watching that live. I normally watch Elevations live when I'm sitting at home around 5-6 in the afternoon. We're sitting and watching them. And then, of course, this whole Mark Driscoll story that's happening, it's also, hey, gents, it's cutting in the church, man. But we're going to have that conversation about today we're going to speak about church, what's happening, the behind the scenes stuff, and just give people, hey, bro, my nose is blocked. Hey, you know how the problem is? My nose was yesterday. Now all of a sudden before the show, nose is blocked. Anyways, guys, but thank you so much for
my
joining
bad, bro.
us.
Before we continue, bro, obviously it's your 10-year anniversary, bro, with you and wifey.
Yeah,
you're away for the weekend, bro. I think that is an achievement that has to be celebrated, broski. Big blessings on that. It's a decade.
It's a long time.
Decade, bro.
It's super long, bro.
And it's going strong. I tell
Some people don't even have 10 fingers.
Bro.
That's how much 10 is.
Toes deep. But ladies and gentlemen, please do drop comments in the comment section. We got it open in front of us. Everyone has it open in front of them. We're going to check it out. Yeah, so this weekend I took my wife to Nelspruit, Mpumalanga, Mbombela, Vad, you know, all the different names that this place has. And we ended up going nice. We just got a nice little bed and breakfast spot there. But then more so, it's not about... Because you know when you go to these places, it's not about where you're sleeping. It's more about going out and doing stuff.
Attractions around the place.
Yeah, the different things that you can do that's around in the area as opposed to just staying in the room the whole time. So we went to the waterfall. We went to... those who follow the IG would have known everywhere I was this weekend. I was posting. So,
You got a bit better at that, I must say.
What, IG?
No, in terms of going out and things. You were a couple when you go on holidays, you like to stay in a room, yeah. You like the room.
We still like it, but it was because it was only one day. It was like, we can't now stay in a room. We only have this one day. Let's go and do stuff.
I saw your one post, bro, and I was laughing, bro, because you know how it is, especially being a content creator, bro. You have to put your phone there. And then you press record, and then you run back. 3, 2, 1, let's walk. And then you walk past the
Don't look in the camera, don't look in the camera.
Walk past the camera, run again.
Watch. Look. Hi, baby, you were looking at.
Exactly, bro. That's exactly how
it goes.
That's the behind the scenes for those content creators, you know the story. But for the people who just watch it, so nice. Like, comment, and all that. Meantime, behind the scenes, on the phone, we run, we walk past, we run.
Each other. I'm tired of recording this. Can't we move over to the next thing? Say, no, we must get us.
But did you see that slow-mo shot that I got with a stabilizer, bro? Where Anka's running up the mountain like that. Oh, that's a dope shot, bro. I posted it, I think, on the Saturday morning.
I remember.
The one where it's like
I recall, bro.
Goes through the trees and everything.
I just think she should have been smiling more, and you should have chosen a different record, bro. Because when I watched it, it was some type of record, bro, and she's right, and it looked.
I chose a cinematic record, bro.
Someone's chasing her.
That's cinematic.
Something to come out of a bush.
It was cinematic. Because you know what happens when I'm editing. I'll first let Jay watch it. I'm like, bro, what do you think? Then he'll be like, bro, change the
Change
song.
ambience, yeah.
Bro, put this here, put that there. And then, of course, I'm alone there, so I'm busy choosing songs. I'm like, let me choose a cinematic song.
Someone chasing Anka here now. You see her running slow mo.
Yeah. The creative life, eh? Like
Creative
we went,
life,
now
bro.
the other day, we went on a date, me and my wife. But we had to post because
How long are you now married? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years?
3 years. That's August
at
will be
least.
4 years.
At least 4 years, bro.
Time went
4
quick,
years.
bro.
So
Time
you're
quick.
almost on half.
Almost
a decade.
half. Almost there.
Yeah.
But yeah, bruh. Hi, content is another life, eh?
Bro.
Yo, the food is getting cold. Ek sien die girl record net. Ek kan nie my chips eet nie. Ek moet wag. I must wait
Must
till the
wait,
chip.
bro.
I don't
Chips
know,
is
slide
cold.
it.
I must wait.
We went to Harry's Pancakes. I finished the whole pancake.
But I
there.
think it's
Afterwards,
different because she had to post for the
for the
actual
thing.
restaurant
Yeah.
itself.
Okay, so yeah, that's different. But we went to Harry's Pancakes now. Uncle's like, yeah, no, now we didn't even take a photo of a pancakes. I'm like, bro, I didn't even worry about. There's sometimes I'm in content creator mood. And there's sometimes I'm in like, bro, whatever happens. I'm not even gonna record this weekend. And then this weekend was like that. But then when I was driving, I'm like, ish. It's 10 years. I didn't bring the drone. I didn't take the
Should have properly
stabilizer. I didn't
Yeah,
take
could
the
have made like a
yeah,
lekker.
bruh. I didn't take the gimbal.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And it would have been a nice step for your YouTuber again to
bruh,
kick off.
to kick it again. Because whereas I'm driving, I'm telling Uncle, I didn't take the tripod. Because normally, bro, when I move tripod, drone,
Yeah.
gimbal, like everything. Because I know I'm gonna capture content. But this time I was like, bro, I don't care whatever happens.
Yeah.
But then when I'm there now, I see this dope scenery and things.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, plus I had to have a drone now. I should have
Got
had a
it.
shot for
Yeah.
this and that. It's
And
like,
especially where you were, that scenery is like
Hey, my
for
bro.
drone shots.
But I guess you have to balance it out though, bro, because it's obviously 10 years, it's a decade. As is with any
wanna
other,
enjoy the
yeah.
moment, yes.
You also want to be in it, bro. You want to be in it, you want to be there, you want to be present. Not that you're not if you're creating content, but you know how it is sometimes, bro. You're creating content and you miss
you missed the
the
moment.
actual
Yeah.
moments of being there, bro. Man will eat, now he can't even eat a hot plate of food.
He
must wait.
the video.
Like, but the food was top cold even. And I usually eat cold food, so it's alright.
Alright, now then that's cool.
But
bro.
ladies and gentlemen, tell us what you're thinking in the comment section, man. Don't leave us here to have our own conversation and no one saying anything in the comments.
Before
Talk
we
to us.
move on,
Yeah.
did you just watch Ryan Garcia, Devin Aini?
I just saw
I didn't, bro.
I just saw the punch at the end, bro.
That's
I
all.
watched.
Who won Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan ended
Ryan
up
I'm actually
Really,
happy
bro.
Ryan.
Devin
won, though.
struggled. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But is Devon proper?
Devin has
Bro, he was
titles,
like, he
bro.
was what, 30 and 31 and 0.
Yeah, Devin's title holder at this point in time. I'm not sure.
Homie
which
was 31 and
division,
0,
but
bro.
But Ryan is also on form, bro. You can't put it past Ryan.
I think
He's
lots
got
of people
to.
counted Ryan out because of the whole mental state and things that they were talking about and all that. They thought, okay, he's not focused on the fight and all that. And he kept saying, guys, I'm focused on the fight. Don't worry about me.
Don't
You must
fight the
worry
guy
about
when he's in
Devin.
that state, though, bro. When a homie's going through something like that, bro, I think he's actually
He's more.
he's at his worst, bro.
Yeah.
He's more.
And also, you must know he just comes from a loss with Javante Tank Davis.
So he didn't want to lose again.
Not necessarily that. I think it's the same with Anthony Joshua. I think when a fighter, because you must know Ryan Garcia was also until Tank beat him. Then he had one loss to his name. Anthony Joshua, same thing. He had a loss to his name after everything. So I think once you have that loss, it makes them more dangerous because it's like, it's just what losing is like. Okay, it's not a big thing. I can deal with this thing. We can
Let's
move
do
on.
it, yeah.
And
Whereas,
yeah, bro, and I think they actually underestimated Ryan, bro, because if
They
you
did.
see in the locker room, bro, Ryan's like in focus mode. That other homie, bro, he's dancing, he's laughing, bro. He's taking it the fight light, bro, and
look,
And
leading up
so
to the
it's
fight,
true.
he took it serious. Like, it was the whole opposite thing because leading up to the
Yeah,
fight,
Ryan
Devin
is
Haney was
drinking.
serious, bro.
Ryan is drinking beer at the press conference and everything, bro.
Literally, after he wins the fight,
The
he says,
face-off.
he says, I just need a shot or alcohol or something right now. I'm like, yeah, what's going on?
But
And
why is
right
Ryan
before
doing that? Ryan they said he's a Christian also. But
Bruh,
he
the first thing he
does
said, I
weird
just want to
things.
thank
Bro, you
Jesus
know-
Christ.
yeah, you know
But
he-
after that, he says, I need a shot. it's
It's
like,
industry
yeah.
Christians, bro.
Ish, bro. They
Industry
say they Christians, but
Christians, bro.
they do different.
Then after that, he must came out to say, hey, Orion, he identifies as female now and all that thing. It's like, yo,
But
dear
now
my
Jake,
cars
and
things, bro.
they vibe with each other now, bro.
No,
Jake
they-
and Ryan.
So, Jake and Ryan have always been tight, bro. So if you watch, I don't know if you know Aiden Ross. He's also a streamer.
Yeah.
Aiden had
But he's gonna be. Is it him that's retiring?
from what?
Aiden.
I don't
from
know.
streaming, bro.
I
I
don't.
saw a write up.
I highly doubt it. He
Aiden
owns
is on
his-
Kick
yeah,
and
he
he's
has
making
equities in
millions,
Kick,
bro.
though.
Yo.
So I doubt you.
I doubt it also.
Yeah, because that's basically what keeps the company going. But yeah, he had Ryan on, and then after, he had Jake on. Then he called Ryan and he said, let's have a chat with Ryan. Jake's like, I have no beef with Ryan. We good. And on there,
But they
Jake-
were friends, man.
yeah, they were tight. And on there, Jake actually came out and said, before we actually started the beef between each other, I messaged Ryan and I said, look here, this is what's going to happen. So it was actually like a whole plan.
Like a
thing.
planned beef.
Yeah, because it's like to build up to a fight, Jake versus Ryan.
Yo. Anyways, gents.
Yeah,
Can we
bro.
jump in on it?
Yeah, now let's go for it.
So
Coventry?
speaking
Oh
about
yeah, there's also nah, never mind.
speaking about Christianity and all of that. So when we were running factory right a couple of years ago, we used to obviously get a lot of slack for bringing in different types of acts, different types of stuff. But we always kept it PG. We always kept it above board. We always kept it clean. If we bring a secular artist in, like when we brought in Mafiki Zolo,
Zolo.
it would always be like clean music,
Buns and bones.
dancing music, that kind of stuff. It wouldn't have been stuff where there's vulgar language and all that kind of
And
stuff.
it's people that's in the industry, but in the background, Christians. still.
Yeah, they Christian behind the scenes, but but also their music is like if you look at Mikasa, these shades,
yeah.
it's not dirty music. It's not like swearing and all that kind of stuff. It's clean stuff. So we would obviously play around with the ideas of bringing in artists, also just to it's more marketing than anything else, and also to bring people into the room. And the strategy is more so to get more people into the room so that when the sermon comes, also being creative about the sermon so that you can meet, you can connect with the people on that level. So that's the strategy. So about that is that there's a beef going on now in America where there's two pastors that are going ham with one another, right? And I just don't know. I don't know the other pastor. Maybe Jesse, if you can just check it there.
Baby Jesse.
I said maybe. or Jay, bro, check it there.
What's the pastor name?
So Mark Druster is the one pastor, and the other pastor is actually I don't know. But anyways, there's
Alex Mag
Mashaba.
Magala or something like that.
so let's just say Pastor Alex. What church is he?
Come on, I'm just opening up now the article.
So basically, let me give you the breakdown of what happened here, bro. And the reason, are you getting it there? The reason I brought it up, the way I teed it up, the way I did.
Jezebel spirit up, bro.
Yeah, the way I teed it up.
Is there a write up, bro?
Hey?
Is there a write up?
Yeah, there's like a young.
Okay, do you want to read the write up quick?
No.
Must
So
I break
quite
it down?
long.
Let me break it down. So this is what happens. Mark Drustle gets invited to speak at this pastor's church, right? And so he gets there, and of course it's a men's conference, right? And so it's called Stronger Men, something like that. And they're having this men's conference. So the entertainment for the men's conference is they have a bunch of interesting and cool and lekker stuff. So there's a monster trucks, there's a boxing match, there's like a bunch of dope men's stuff that's happening at the thing, right? And while they doing this, at some point there's something else that happens. And so what begins to happen then, they get in somebody that was in America's Got Talent, right? And he's what they call a sword swallower. So he does this thing where he puts the swords in his mouth and all that kind of stuff. But the problem is, part of his act, they have to put a pole on the stage, right? And part of the fact that there's a pole on the stage means that there's a part of his act where he kind of swings around the pole with his t-shirt off and all that kind of stuff. So it starts to give stripper vibes, right?
Yeah.
So it's giving stripper now. It's giving man of the evening vibes, and so this gent is doing this. So Mark Drussel has to go up next and speak and whatever. So he comes up and he's like, "Hey, gents, listen, I'm actually not vibing with what
It's
happened."
Pastor John Lindell.
Yeah, it is. It's Pastor John Lundlow.
The apologies
just
to
about to
Pastor
say.
to Alex. if ever you watch it.
Yeah.
After. It's not you.
So it's Pastor John Lindell, right? And so Mark Driscoll comes on stage and he's like, "Hey, gents, I'm not vibing with what happened in the opening of the conference. Da da da. There was like some
So
stripper
he's about
vibes."
to preach now, bro.
Yeah, bro. But so
And
now
he's now
calling
saying
out,
like, yo, the opening.
yeah. So he's
bit
calling
sus.
out the whole
Yeah.
thing, and he's saying that there's a Jezebel spirit. He doesn't appreciate the fact that you'll allow this thing in the church. Da da da. So he calls it out.
James River Church.
Yeah, James River Church. So eventually, afterwards, the pastor like hits up what's his name, Mark, and says to him, "Hey, my brother, how can you tell us like that? How can you call us out so rough in front of the people?" Wah, wah, wah. So then Mark calls the pastor's son. Pastor's son doesn't answer. Pastor says he phone Mark back, and yeah, what his story is. So he phones him back and says to him, "Hey, my bro, what's happening? I saw you try phoning me." He says, "Hey, my bro, listen, I'm unhappy about the way things are going. I mean, how can you allow a stripper on stage? This is a holy place, it's church, this, that, and the other." And then Mark Driscoll allegedly continues to tell the O that you're allowing evil spirits into the church. You're not supposed to be allowing these things into the church. But basically, like, rebukes the O. So he goes into his father and he basically tells his father, like, "Hey, I called this man back. He rebuked us. He told us, how can we allow this in church, blah, 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 blah." So long story short, this pastor then goes in his midweek service. I don't know if it's like a Wednesday service or whatever. And then the whole service, instead of preaching, he basically now starts hammering Mark to say, "Yeah, how can Mark tell us this?" And he called us out and he's making public videos and da 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 da. And so now it becomes like a back and forth of the two pastors now basically publicly now arguing with one another like this. So yeah, that's the
Bro,
thing. What's your thoughts?
how did the congregation receive it though?
So obviously the congregation, there's people that's backing up Mark Driscoll saying that, yeah, they agree, you can't be bringing strippers and stuff into the church. And there's also people backing up Pastor John to say that, nah, it was part of the entertainment. This man was part of America's Got Talent. He was doing sword swallowing.
It's like Alex Magara is the act.
Oh, Alex is the act.
He's
It's
the act, yeah.
He was the guy that was on America's Got Talent and whatever. So Mark is saying, I don't have a problem with the sword swallowing and all of that kind of stuff. Is that where they, you know, like in those things where they put the sword in the mouth and whatever. My problem is more so with the stripping and stuff and whatever. So yeah, bro, that's so obviously the pastor or Pastor John, he's telling his congregation, nah, it's not like that and this and that. So obviously the congregation is clapping hands for his pastor. But then Mark on the side is saying, but gents, how can you allow this? So there's people clapping hands for him like, yeah, he's right. How can you allow this in the church? So thoughts, gents?
Nah, bro, I think it is a tricky one, especially in today's day and age where we're living, bro, where the world is extremely fast-paced, you know, internet life, social media, especially with, you know, our kids, what they're watching, so forth on, bro. So now, obviously, the church, in actual fact, the church, first and foremost, let me make this statement, the church should be the ones that are innovative and that's running at that at the forefront, bro. But I think creatively, because I mean God himself is a creative, the ultimate creator, bro. But I think creatively the world, sad to say, might have a one-up on the church when it comes to creative ideas and creative elements, where the church is trying to catch up to not its ways or to do exactly what the world is doing, but to also obviously just try and manipulate it a bit, turn it a bit here and there. But to obviously keep the people engaged. We see it a lot with Elevation Church, with Transformation Church. Like you mentioned, bro, we ourselves, we try our best to be innovative in that space as well. But I think there are definitely fine lines that you need to take, bro, in terms of what do you allow on the podium. For me, that's a no-no. That's a big no-no, bro. I mean, again, like you were saying, if it's just the sword swallowing, I remember CFC once had Mark Hens do with the old bricks and ice and breaking and so forth on, bro, which is okay. I mean, that is okay entertainment to come
especially
and enjoy.
for men's conference.
Yeah, for men's
like
conference, that is okay. It shows that just that stoicism and
strength
and all of that. You can
make
make it through, bro. But now, this wasn't a men's conference or anything like that.
It was,
This
a
was
men's,
just
it was a men's conference.
Oh, it was a
men's
It was a
dude,
men's conference.
which makes it worse.
It was a men's conference.
Now it makes it worse if the guy is doing what he's doing, bro. Especially where the world is at in
But
that
look,
space.
it wasn't stripping like a sexual grinding the poles and that, but there was a pole. So already top off, got oil on his muscles and
it
things,
was
swinging on a
automatically
pole.
But
So
at a
it's
men's,
obviously
but at a
like,
men's
gents.
conference already, you see a pole, bro.
Like,
At
what's
a
happening?
men's conference, bro, you see a pole. It's like, nah, bro. That's
Maybe an angel's gonna
Oh,
come down from the pole. You thinking
Or
that,
fireman. Oh, but still,
Nah.
set of fire.
fireman was.
Nah,
Thoughts, bro?
I think I have to side with the pastor, bro.
With Mark Driscoll.
Yeah, I have to side with the pastor in terms of, and I think maybe the way he called them out on that
Didn't have to
specific
be the way.
moment, he
That
shouldn't have
wasn't,
done it
yeah.
that way. I mean, afterwards in the green room, sit the pastor down. Hey, beautiful conference and everything.
I don't even think in
However-
the green room though.
Like
I think-
completely
after-
I
afterwards.
think completely afterwards you could have a lunch with a pastor.
And say, hey, man,
That's-
I
and
felt
you-
some type
you-
of way about
you said
it.
the conference was the beautiful conference, the nice spirit, everything. But there was just that one act that I felt a bit uncomfortable with. I could have brought it across differently, but doing it at that point in time on the stage, I think that.
I can imagine how
That's
the
a bit
energy
out of-
just shifted, bro.
Yeah,
I
because
shifted
now-
from because now
Awkward,
they're
bro.
beefing.
Yeah, and not
Must
only
have been
that,
awkward.
you don't know who came through the doors. Maybe there's men that's there are unsaved. They could have got something out of, not now the stripping obviously, but out of the word itself. But now you already see the way this guy's starting. He's already throwing shots at the pastor. Automatically,
It brings that whole, it changes the
it
energy.
changes
yeah.
the energy
Yeah.
and the atmosphere. So automatically your concentration is no longer on the word itself. It's like, "Ish, what else is this man gonna say now that he's
What
gonna
did
take files
Kellen-
out
what did
here?"
Kellen say there?
Yeah, Kalen's basically, what's up, broski? He's basically saying male strippers swallowing swords at a men's conference. That's too much, man.
Can I give you a bit of background on Alex, right? He was on Britain's Got Talent, not
Oh, you
Not-
know,
not
you
the-
know
not-
the
not
gen, bro.
America.
Yeah, I think
Nah,
it
I
was
have it
really
open
there.
up. Yeah. He was on Britain's Got Talent. He used to be a tea stripper in Los Angeles for females and gay men. And then further down the line, he got saved, became a born-again Christian, and I don't know if he's still doing it. He doesn't say if he's still doing it, but his main thing is the sword things. That's how he became famous from Britain's Got Talent, doing the sword things. But in the background of that, also he was doing
Stripping.
tea stripping, yeah, for females and gay men.
So I think that's also part of the problem that Mark Russell had an issue with. It's like, ish, yes, man, because they bring
He
it
has a
up.
history of-
Yeah, they bring it up a lot.
He has a history
that he
of
has
that,
Yeah,
bro.
he was in LA and Vegas doing pole dancing, striptease. He's a pole dancing striptease artist in LA and
Ladies
Las
and gentlemen,
Vegas.
please drop your comments in the comment section. What
But
do you
that's why
think?
for me, bro, out of any and everything you can do, why do you decide to bring this homie?
Hey, bro, you see. So, but
I mean,
that's-
clearly, if this guy has a history of that and he's been around, you have a budget too.
because that's what Mark said. Mark said in the rehearsals, couldn't somebody say,
This
to say,
is-
gents, this is a bit
Yeah,
pushing it.
in this situation, I also agree with Mark. In
I
the
think if I
rehearsals,
was
you
sitting
would.
in the rehearsal, I would have said, gents, can we leave the pole
Yeah,
alone?
because the sword is
Can we
enough.
start the swords and everything, flip the swords, do the stuff for the swords, all that? Nah,
Yeah.
that's why we Owens, we okay with that. But can we not put a pole on the stage? I think that I would have requested it. If it was my conference and I felt like, "Ish, this pole thing is about pushing it to
Yeah.
it's making it look like a stripper situation. Can we rather just keep it to the swords? I would have maybe went to that extreme. To say let's keep it back to the swords. Because then we know it's just that. Which brings us to the next topic, gents. Of Stevie G.
It's
Do
not,
you want to tee us up for Stevie?
nah, it's not Steven Gerrard, bro. This is Stevie F.
Of Stevie
F.
F.
This is Stevie F, bro. Stephen Furtick. So yeah, bro. A couple of weeks back, Stephen Furtick comes onto stage. I mean, preaches as he usually does every week at Elevation Church, lead and senior pastor of the church, and he comes on stage with I don't know if it's pink,
The pink
a
jersey.
pink jersey. Has a bit of holes and cuts to it. It's a nice jersey. You can see it's fashion and all of that, bro. And preaches the sermon. After that, he gets a lot of slack and a hate mail because people actually went to Google this jersey and found out that it actually costs $2,000. And a lot of people, I mean, in rands, that's how much, bro. If you
Like
do the
20
conversion,
it's
about
like
20 something.
40K.
40. It's like 40K. And a lot of people are going at him like, how can a pastor do this? It's just a jersey and all of that. And they're going at him, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's
a
basically
$2,000 jersey. So there's this website on well, not website. There's a page on Instagram called Preachers and Sneakers. Yeah? Preachers with Sneakers or Preachers and Sneakers. They basically like calls out all the gents. Like they call out Stephen Furtick, they call out Michael Todd, they call out like all the pastors and the shoes they're wearing and the techies they're wearing and everything. And so they call them out. So for me personally, bro, being in the church space and also being on the receiving end of criticism as far as having expensive clothes, the first question I want to ask is that does humility mean that you must be poor? That's my first question. I think let's start off the conversation with that. Because they say as a Christian you must be humble and da. Does humility
No, it doesn't mean you need to be
not
poor.
at
mean
all, bro.
poverty?
No.
Because I think in people's minds they equate, if you are humble, it means you're struggling. It
Yeah,
means
nah,
you're
bro,
poor. It means you have broken clothes on. It means you have to you have to do this one.
Facts.
That means you're humble. That you always like this. You don't have confidence. You lack confidence. You lack a manner of speaking. So that comes
you're
across
humble.
as you're humble.
Yeah.
Let's first debunk that humility does not equate to poverty. Because I think that's the biggest misconception. So anytime somebody who is saved becomes financially successful, this conversation comes to the forefront. How are you supposed to be humble? How can you wear 2,000 rand jersey? How are you supposed to be humble? Okay, so what does my 2,000 rand jersey have to do with my humility?
No, $2,000.
2,000, okay, 40,000 rand jersey. Okay, so that's that, right? Is 40,000 rand for a jersey a bit extravagant? Yeah, bro. 40,000 rand is
Probably.
too much for a jersey, bro.
Probably, yeah. If
But
you have the bag.
That's what I was about to say. For some people, they're just on a different level. So
that's what I was
so
also
for
gonna say
you,
now.
2,000 is equivalent to a 200. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
Yeah.
it makes 100% sense.
If you
bro.
if you only earn 10,000 rand, a 2,000 rand is a lot of money for
buy,
you.
Yeah.
to buy a
If you're
jersey.
earning 100,000 rand, 2,000 rand means nothing to you. You can give someone 2,000 rand, doesn't dent your budget at all. If you're earning 500,000 rand per month, and somebody asks you for 2,000 rand, bro, you don't even know the 2,000 rands out of your account. You don't even know what's going on in your account. It's like
Exactly.
it's 2K. But that's the point I want to make. So, firstly, I want to debunk the whole point that humility doesn't equal poverty. It doesn't mean because you rich, you somehow arrogant or you have an attitude or whatever. The second thing I want to bring up is that number one, guys, you must remember, is that Stephen Furtick is already a public figure. He's already a massive public figure. I went onto his Facebook, not his Facebook, just his YouTube page, let alone his IG, let alone, maybe check how many followers he has on IG, bro. Let alone his Facebook channel and
The
all that
YouTube.
kind of stuff. Now I've got his YouTube in front of me, right?
Okay.
His YouTube is on almost 3 million subs, right?
A lot though.
3 million subs on his YouTube. Bro, his average viewership on his videos are between 50,000 and 100,000 views.
3.8 million followers on IG.
3.8 million followers on IG, right? So his average viewership on his YouTube channel is between 50K and 100K. And so when I Googled actually, and as a fellow YouTuber as well, I also know this from behind the scenes, right? That you earn money off your YouTube channel, right? And I know that that's what they do. They earn money off their YouTube channels, right? So you can earn between $100 and $500 per that views. So if you're earning $500 plus from one video, right? Let's just say between
$2,000 jersey.
that's yeah, bro.
And,
you
and,
can
and,
buy
and,
the
and the
jersey
truth
with
is,
one
bro,
vi-
that is
two videos.
Stephen Furtick's YouTube channel. Let's not take away from the fact that Elevation Church in and of itself posts his sermons every week, bro. And that's him. That's his content, bro. I won't lie. When I'm watching when I'm watching Elevation live every Sunday,
And Stephen doesn't
and
preach.
you see after that last worship song who comes out, even if it's Harley, his wife, Harley Furtick, it's like, hi, you switch off. So who am I watching it for? Yes,
Bro.
obviously you're enjoying the service, you're enjoying the worship experience and so forth on. But as far as
you
the
enjoy the
word,
style
as far
of
as the
preaching.
word is concerned, I won't shun anyone down if they have preference. They love this preacher, that preacher.
Yeah.
So you can't be like, oh, why are you just watching it for Stephen? No, you watch TD Jakes, you watch so and so because that's your preference. Don't come at me, don't at me, bro. So I'm just saying, bro. Even with the Elevation Church, let's just speak facts.
Bro,
Elevation Church is 99% built off of Stephen Furtick.
So here's the thing, probably not 99% because the
Preaching
music also.
that's elevation worship.
Yeah,
That's
worship is- yeah.
worship is a different.
Yes, but
that's-
preaching-wise, people
worship is
watch because
different.
of Stephen,
and
yeah.
that's why I even painted the picture. I said when I watch the service, I go through the worship and because I enjoy Chris Brown, the worship leader. I think he's super underrated.
Just listen to his
Nah,
diss track. Oh.
listen. Light skin home is winning out here, bro. But that's a convo for
Quavo,
another
we
day.
need a drop.
Kendrick, where you at, bro?
So here's the thing.
I see Pac is back in the game.
we
and
had,
Snoop.
Yeah,
facts.
listen, man, you're like going off trailer now.
AI vibes.
So here's the thing. We had this conversation one Sunday already on the afternoon. But we were both watching Elevation. And then we were like, yo, bro, explain who's preaching today. I was like, I don't know. Then when we saw it was a different preacher, we were both like, oh, explain the numbers, how it's dropping. Then we were both like, bro, if it's not Stephen,
It's
people
not
are not
Stephen.
going to watch. And that's the truth, bro. If they see another pastor that they don't know come out there, they're like, who's this guy? And then the numbers drop.
But,
So,
sorry, but besides that, you must know because he's such a big public figure already, he's getting invited to other conferences, he's getting invited to podcasts even to go speak on podcasts and stuff. And people take out money for these things because he's a public speaker at the end of the day. He gets paid to talk. That's exactly what he does. And
So
then,
that's the thing, yeah.
And when we had a conversation, you had a look at like
I just want to read
Tony
it.
Robbins, all these other guys, how much they get paid to just speak. And then, yeah, you can.
Tony Robbins is Tony Robbins. He's a world famous motivational speaker and inspirational guru who helps people. So this way people are going to say, yeah, Stephen Furtick is a motivational speaker. Fine. And people find the inner strength to achieve their goals. So listen to this, right? And then it says go here, clicks on the link. But then it says, so how much does it cost to get Tony Robbins to speak at your event? How much does a motivational speaker charge for a keynote anyway? The rate strongly depends on the skill, the experience, and the portfolio, right? A beginner speaker may start anywhere between $0 to $1,000 per hour, right? And even move later with fame to $10,000. Fame and awareness creates. Then it says, how? So then it says now, when fame starts mixing in, we start dealing with celebrities, the numbers start to begin to go from 0 to 50K, all the way between 50K to $1 million and more. So we can safely assume that someone like a Tony Robbins is not going to charge anything less than maybe $500,000 to speak, and maybe even up to the million.
$500,000.
Yes, bro.
Tony
Because
Robbins charges a lot, bro.
I think Tony Robbins is in the millions, right? Even Grant Cardone, I know charges. I know
on when he was on George's thing, he actually said how much he charges for, but I just can't remember what the number was. But I know it was like a large amount.
So now again,
Yeah.
if Stephen Furtick gets invited to a conference, right? Here's what happens. When we went to Hillsong conference in Australia, we spent about 2,500 rand per ticket on that conference, right? For those 4 days. Rand for us,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
So for those 4 days. So 2,500 rand. Then now what you're finding is that they book an arena. So now you must know, to book the arena, there's going to be, let's say, about 15,000, 20,000 people in the arena, right? It's like a Ticket Pro Dome or whatever else. There's about 20,000 people in the arena. So now you have to times 2,000 by the 20,000 people that are in the arena. You're going to get whichever amount you get. Just check there, bro. 2,000 times 20,000.
And that's just
rand.
for what tickets are that, bro? That's
This
not
is
even
just random. This is not
yeah,
even like VIP and
stuff
stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. But okay,
This is just
let's
random.
just use that
Let's
as
just
a
use
base.
2,000 there times 20,000 people. 1, 2, 3, boom. That's 40 million rand, right? So now, in order for you to get those 20,000 people to even want to be interested to come to the conference, you're going to have to advertise your speakers. You're going to have to advertise your bands. You're going to have to advertise who you're bringing to the conference. Because the truth is this, bro. If I'm looking, did you find the amount?
So it says it doesn't disclose these things, but it says
Who's
Tony
that, Steve?
Robbins.
Okay,
No,
Tony.
Tony Robbins, coaching. Robbins does not publish coaching fees or costs. Coaching packages vary dramatically from about 5 million to over 8.2 million for 6 months, about 18 sessions of 30 minutes each, or from 12 million to over 18 million for 12 months, depending upon a host of different unknown factors.
Now check how much followers does Tony Robbins have, bro. So let's just
it on your
so
server.
because even if you do compare it and say, yeah, that's Tony Robbins, he's famous. Stephen Furtick's also
He's also
famous.
famous.
So here's my thing. I'm saying, bro. Now, in order for when we're watching the trailer to go to Australia, to book a ticket, a flight, to go and spend time there, to book a place where we're gonna sleep when we get there, to put money aside for food, all those things. We see the trailer first and we're like, yo, Stephen Furtick's gonna speak. Yo, so-and-so is going to speak. Joseph Prince is going to be there. Yo, this one's going to be there. Then we make our decision based on that, bro.
Facts.
We don't make our decision based on... part of it is we want to be in the presence of God. We want to be in that environment where there's 20,000 people worshiping. That's all dope. But a big part of our decision is based on because
I mean, bro,
so-and-so is going to be there.
We had a conversation not so long ago, bro, about actually attending a elevation conference, but also the elevation nights where the worship team is on. And basically we said, bro, we have to find out because when elevation worship is on tour, a lot of times Stephen Furtick isn't preaching, necessarily preaching on a Sunday because they're on tour, you know, the old vibes. But we said, bro, we're going to have to find a weekend where elevation nights is with the worship, and the next Sunday morning, who's on? Stephen Furtick.
So that's the thing. So now they also go on tour. How much are those tour tickets, right? So if you check how much the tour tickets are, and you see that they book in an arena. So remember, guys, when you book an arena, I booked Ticket Pro Dome. It cost me 2.4 million rand to book it, right? I booked it. I booked it. We started paying it off, whatever the case might be. I'm not speaking from Tamsak or what I heard or whatever. I'm telling you from experience. It cost 1.4 million rand to book Ticket Pro Dome, and then the other 1 point something million based on the other million rand based on the fact that you had to hire in sound, you had to hire in the lights, you had to hire in. Bruh, Ticket Pro Dome doesn't even give you electricity. Did you know that? I had to hire 2 generators. You had to hire in 2 generators. You had to hire in the chairs. You pay extra for the chairs that they're bringing in. The sound system, the chairs,
just give you that
the
dome, bro.
the LED screens.
to
They
pay
just
for
give
your-
you that empty
Even I
shell.
think the parking was also on you.
The
security,
parking,
as far as the
bro,
security,
you went with me how many times?
Yeah.
The security is an extra 200,000
We had to get our
rand or
own
100,000 rand
security.
unless you bring your own security, stuff like that. So altogether it came out to about 2.4 million rand because I asked, okay, give me all the figures so I can know what I'm working towards here. So if you look at booking a venue, getting the sound system, getting all these things, now you charge for your thing. You're not going to come there and say, nah, I'll just preach myself. You're going to have to bring some draw cards. You're going to have to bring some people that you know has a big following, 3 million followers, people that you know that if they say they're going to be there, people are going to want to come. Unfortunately, that's how it is, bro. People are not just going to come to watch you that they don't know or that they don't care about or that they don't follow. You have to say, nah, I'm going to bring Kespanyo West, I'm going to bring AKA, I'm going to bring Mikasa, I'm going to bring this speaker, that speaker.
Exactly.
Then I market it, I market hard, bro. I have to go and market. And that marketing already all by itself is another 200,000 rand. Posters, billboards, boosting posts on IG, boosting posts on YouTube, boosting posts. That budget in and of itself is 200,000 rand, right? So already you out of pocket almost 3 million rand. And then you must pay the person who's coming. And guess what? If I get Stephen Furtick to come speak at my event, I must book him a first class ticket or I must fuel his jet. I must put him in a 5-star hotel. I can't go say, then you're gonna sleep by my house or whatever. We're gonna feed him whatever we eating around the table. No, bruh. I must put that man in a 5-star hotel. Then I must get someone to drive him up and down, to fetch him, to pick him up, to bring him here, to take him all the ways, blah, blah, blah. And then I must either pay that person or hopefully it's somebody that's going to offer their time and offer their vehicles. Like in church circles, you find people who sponsor things and say, okay, right now we'll cover this. Or volunteer, you know. Now, Pastor, I'll bring my car and I'll go fetch him at church or whatever, drop him off at the hotel. So already, bro, you're looking at close to 4 million rand just to pull off. And I'm not talking from something I don't know. I'm talking about somebody that pulled off events with 3,000 people. Never mind Ticket Pro Dome that we were going to have 13,000 people. So I'm trying to show people this. What's going on behind the scenes when you sitting and watching? How's this guy wearing a 40 million rand jersey?
Yeah, bro. I think also for me, I've always said this, and yes, I do know that a lot of pastors in today's day and age, they have their own businesses, their own hustle on the side here and there, and so forth on, bro. For me, I think you always have to look at the church as well. How's the church doing? How does the church look, and so forth on? Because there's a lot of pastors that the church is in terrible shape and condition, and now you driving
new cars every week.
Driving this type of car and so forth on. And when you look at it again, you look at the impact of Elevation Church across the world. This is not just in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's not just there, bro. This is every single week across the world.
They
across
worship.
The globe. The
Their
worship
music on Billboard charts.
The campuses, bro. All of that. So if you really look at it on that scale, 40K is trash, bro.
And not only that, like the people that's around him, in terms of people that also come onto the stage, bro. Half of the time they're wearing yay and all these type of things, bro. They're wearing expensive jerseys themselves, so it's not like they coming out also with
and that's
a broken techie and
staff
this
members.
and
It's another thing if the boss is wearing.
That's what I'm saying. They're all coming out basically with the same jerseys and same style and everything. So it's not like he's coming alone out with us.
Exactly.
Stylish and the others is circling.
And bro, we always speak about it. This the whole fact that you spoke about the whole humility and being poor and so forth on, bro. It can't be the case because I don't understand people that would want to follow a pastor that's broke, that's poor, and he must preach faith to you.
Exactly. He must tell you, God's gonna come through. Meantime, he's struggling. God's gonna show up in your life. Meantime, he's asking love to it when the church is finished. And he's running. How many campuses are they running now? Over 10 campuses.
Yeah, it's about 11, 12, bro.
You're running 10 plus campuses. You must ask love after church. How does that even make sense? You have 30 million, 33 million followers on your social media platform. You have 3 million subs on your YouTube platform. You're asking love afterwards. You're wearing last week's clothes. You're a big public figure where you go on stage, thousands of people are watching you. How does that even logically make sense in somebody's mind? Or are you just wanting to be negative?
So, a lot of the time people don't understand, like, Stephen Furtick, he has his own source of income. It's not just mainly Elevation. He
just
has his
dropped
own
a book
thing.
now as well, bro.
So he's going to be getting money from his book. He gets
books.
money from the public speaking, all those type of things. And then you can find at the end of the day, he drops a book, he makes a thing to say, okay, all this book money that comes in, I'm giving to Elevation or something like that. People don't tend to look at stuff like that, how they take their own money also and still put it into the church to help the church still grow, even though the church is still generating its own money. Bro, and Elevation is at the level.
Just yesterday on the live, bro, there was a video of Holly Furtick, his wife, speaking about Love Week that's coming up. So Love Week is a thing where they give back and donate and so forth on. Speaking about the prison ministries they do, and they speak about the figures, bro, it's like massive.
Even Hillsong, bro.
Like
They give away a lot of money,
300K to a prison,
things, bro.
just so, bro. 200K here, 500K there, bro.
There's big money there, bro.
But what the mainstream media won't show that, bro.
They don't show those things.
won't
They
show
rather
it.
see
They
his
show you
pink
at this
jersey.
way.
Or
Yeah.
even if they'll say, yeah, they do give back to. But how can you wear it? It's like that thing is in fine print there somewhere where you can't see it. But this one, how can you wear this jersey?
It's just how it is. Everyone, even here, bro, they tend to look at the small, dumb things and not the bigger picture. It's like, Yeah,
But
like even with us, bro, this topic I'm not gonna lie because I'm a peak. It irritates me a lot.
Yeah.
Because like you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. It's like, yeah, they're stealing the church's money, offering whatnot. Yeah, we ain't giving the church money.
Facts, bro.
So and there's always the challenge that I have with the mindset and the reasoning behind how people see it, bro. They don't really know what's going on, bro. They don't understand what's really happening behind the scenes. They don't know the sacrifices. Plus, let's just call it what it is, bro. If you say, that's how it is then to be a pastor, then I'll also be a pastor. Okay, sure. Go, bro.
Many have tried and many have failed.
Go, my friend. Go and start 10 campuses. Enjoy yourself.
Don't ever go there, bro, when that anointing hasn't been called for you.
Go and book an arena and go have shows. Go, my friend.
But
Enjoy
true,
yourself.
go and buy your pink jersey and do what Stephen is doing. Facts.
Go. And then come
then
a
you'll
year later.
fast come
and
to
then-
realize.
Then you'll realize, this is not as easy as we thought it was. This is
Let
not
him
as simple."
enjoy his pink jersey and his
Yeah, but I
responsibilities.
enjoy my own pink jersey. Exactly.
Like a lot of people also just think it's you literally they think the Saturday you sit, you prepare your sermon, then you just come preach it on Sunday, then it's done. They literally think you're just working on a Sunday. It's not like that. Maybe I don't want to say smaller churches and stuff. Some pastors do it like that.
Yeah, there
but
is churches
there
that
is
do
churches that do
Yeah.
it like that. But your larger churches,
That
The
have staff.
They have
to pay.
staff to
the
pay.
mega
They have,
churches, yeah.
they have. Yo,
It's a full-time
big
job,
pay,
bro.
They
it's a
have
full-time
maintenance.
job,
They
bro.
have exactly.
Church leaders need to get paid as well. They sit during the week. They need to work out curriculums and stuff. There's women there that's in women's ministry. It's not a thing where you can
There's
just come.
counselings going
There's
on. There's
counselings
weddings. There's a
going on.
funeral. There's this.
It's not just a thing where you come Sunday, you preach and you go home and you wait till next Sunday. Okay, what am I preaching tomorrow for the people? It's not like that.
It's not like that. But people don't understand that.
Bro,
side
and,
of
and the truth is, who was it that went to Jesus in the Bible? And I think it was John the Baptist or so, and he asked, like, yo, so-and-so is, I don't know, they doubting. I'm just paraphrasing. And then Jesus was like, go and tell so-and-so you've seen the sick cured. You've seen the blind healed. You've seen so-and-so. And on that, on speaking about such, bro, it's the same is with the church and with Elevation Church as we're speaking of, bro. So many testimonies week after week. So many people's lives being changed. Myself as well, bro. We watch Stephen Furtick. We inspired by his sermons. But people don't see these things.
Look, there are guys who are doing the wrong thing. There are definitely guys that are doing the wrong thing, but I also feel like you can also sense it when it's like that.
But that's definitely through discernment, bro, where you know, like, nah, this one, he is going a bit overboard.
And that's it. And even like someone like Stephen, if you sensing in your spirit you don't agree with theology that he's preaching, you sensing in your spirit he's pushing this agenda a bit too much, I don't agree with it, or he's avoiding these agendas. Like for me, he purposely avoids the LGBT conversation, right? And I understand why, because it comes with that smoke. He purposely avoids the racial conversation because it comes with that smoke. He avoids certain conversations or certain topics because of what it's going to bring. And he probably sits there thinking, I don't want to get myself in this thing. I'm just going to keep it here. Others of us, we want to go there because we feel like we want to help people in that space.
Which is also not wrong of him. I believe that God has called you to specific ministries, bro. Like, yo, this is your calling. You're going to hammer and go for that. Someone like a Joel Osteen as well, bro. He stays away from those things. He's mainly motivation and, happiness.
I
and
do
all of
believe that
bro,
at some
which-
point you must
I also feel like
address
at some
those
point
issues,
you
bro.
have to, yeah.
You must address those issues. But here's where the danger comes in.
'Cause
Are
they-
you playing that?
Because, so for me, the way I look at it is the church is basically like your household. When you see something going out of line in your house,
must
you
address.
address it and you correct it. So I believe the same way that a church is kind of like that. You're the head of the house, needs to correct certain things. If he sees the people are going astray, if people are doing this, he needs to bring them back, sit them down and say, okay, look here, this A, B, and C needs to change, this isn't right. So I feel like he needs to also get to a point where if he sees things are going a bit to the right or to
has
the
to
left.
call
He
it
needs
out,
to
bro.
call it out.
Even
and
if he
bring-
has to
bring
say,
it back
switch off
home.
the live, let's have this convo.
Yeah, I was just about to say we don't know what happens at because they don't stream or tell us a lot about their men's events, their ladies' events, their kids' events, and all of that, bro. So maybe those things are addressed in spaces like that where the cams aren't on. But he knows when it comes to the Sundays,
We stay away from
there's
this.
a huge audience,
And but
you have
that's-
only 40 minutes to
push your
get people
thing.
into
Yeah.
the kingdom.
But that's
And
the
I can't
criticism
use-
from
I
most
can't-
of the
I
pastors.
can't
Like, why
use-
doesn't he judge certain things that the Bible
But
speaks
why
about?
must you? You don't, bro. You also don't need to judge certain things, bro. I mean, love is the answer, bro. Ultimately,
It
I'm not
is,
saying.
Jay, but I
I'm
do
not
think
saying
there
run
are
away
times where
from that.
you must address certain things. I can see why he's playing it the way he's playing it. There's a danger
Especially
to it.
because of the figure that.
Yeah, there's a
so
danger
big
to
and
it.
stuff.
Is it like
But still.
because that's the same thing that happens in the world where you see when you sell your soul, where it's like, "Ish, there's certain things I can't talk about, or there's
Bro,
certain
but
things
look-
I need to push
Yeah.
because hey, my image, the people that are paying me, does that and the other." So at some point you have to call it between. We just hyped up the homie's image, which is what he worked for. He marketed himself to be the public figure he is. Kudos, he's making the funds from it. He's having the impact that he has. That's good. But there has to be a sense of responsibility at some point to say, "Ish, you know what? This is what we stand for."
True, bro. But
we stand for this.
True.
We don't agree
I'm-
with 1, 2, and 3, regardless of the backlash it's coming with.
Bro, and I'm with that, but again, for me, bro, different preachers have different styles of preaching and different ministries, bro. Why we go to Stephen Furtick is because of his type of ministry. Why we go to that person is why we go to Joseph Prince is because we want the grace aspect and which shades of this one?
I think it's said
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's
Perfectly fine, bro. Perfectly fine.
Hey, that was a bit of an inside joke. Just to let people know.
Let the people know, bro.
Now we're gonna let them know at the end, but just remind
Okay.
me before we go.
No problem, bro.
but
Yeah, bro.
what you're saying-
Preachers have different ministries. Why they go to Zates is because of your specific ministry and style, bro. Picture if the world woke up tomorrow morning and every Christian was like, I'm gonna now push against this agenda. It would be war, bro.
Bruh, it might.
It would. I'm just saying, bro. Picture
it's-
tomorrow
it's-
morning, God gives every single Christian
It's actually
a
starting-
vision, or
It's starting to go that way, bro.
it would be.
It is starting
Yo.
to go that way. You're hearing a lot more people saying, say, whoa, hold on. Can I just say something? Yeah, I am. This one is not make sure. You're starting to hear a lot more people speak up against it. What I definitely don't agree with is what Joel Osteen did on the Larry King show. That I don't agree with. I
What
don't
did he
agree. I don't agree with Joel Osteen and TD Jakes what they did, where they almost defend sin. I don't agree with that, bro. As a preacher and as a follower of Christ, there are certain things that is staple, bro. It's black and white for you as a child of God. Hey, bro, this thing the Bible says X about it, and because I'm a Christian, I follow it. Like the LGBT conversation, the Bible calls it a sin, and as a follower of Christ, it's a black and white issue for me, bro. I'm not gonna try to dance around it. I'm not gonna try to make it sound better than it is. It's like it's a black and white issue, bro. That it is what it is, and that's it. The Bible calls it sin, and that's what I'm gonna call it sin. Do I have people that are in that space that are close to me? Yes. Can I have that conversation from a loving perspective? Yes. Can I call it out from a place of love, not from a place of condemnation and bashing and hitting and this and that? Yes. 100% yes. And that is the place I'm coming from.
True.
But do I call it a sin? Yes. But can we have the conversation? Yes. I'm not saying, you people, you can't, this, get out. God hates you and this. No, that's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. We're saying, hey, listen, God calls this thing a sin. However, it's a conversation we can have. Let's have that conversation. Let's go with it. Let's lean into it. But for TD Jakes to go there and for Joel Osteen to go there and try to dance around the topic, that is disingenuous for me. If someone like Andrew Tate that's not even saved, bruh, goes on all these big platforms and says, it's haram. That's it. If
Whether you like me or
Islamic
not.
guy comes there, it's haram. That's it. They don't blink, they don't look away, they don't shy away. They tell you straight, hey, bruh, look here, according to our holy book, this thing is out of order. That's it. So for big public figures like that, They should be saying on big public platforms like that, listen, according to the word of God, the Bible sees this thing as a sin. However, we do speak to these people. We do have conversations with them. We do bring them into the fold. Because the same way this is a sin, that's a sin. The same way that's a sin, this is a sin.
Yeah.
So we're open to the conversation. We're open to the journey. We're open to walking with everyone. And that for me is a better answer than saying, there's different ways to God and da. No, bro. There's only one way to God, and that's through Jesus Christ. So there's certain issues that are black and white that you can't shy away from, regardless of how you try to play it. It's just like, hey, bro, this is what it is. And it's our responsibility as children of Christ and as those who share the word of God to people is to give the truth to everyone. It's our responsibility. We can't be dancing around certain points. And that's where I feel like some of the gents, they shy away on the basis of the image, the bag, the identity that they've built over the past couple of years. So they shy away from it and can be detrimental. But I would argue that there is more support for people who stand for the truth, bro. And you saw it with Andrew. You saw it with Jordan Peterson. You saw it with these gents. The ones who stand categorically and say, guys, hold on, I disagree. Those ones, people respect it, bro. People respect it. People say, nah, I can rather respect us, man. At least he's standing on what he believes on. But now when you start dancing around topics, people start like, that's one. He looks like he's two-faced. Like he says this, but he actually doesn't believe it. Say what you believe, bro. It's difficult for me to say that, bro. I'm a leader in my church, but it's and we have people that are part of the LGBT community, but it is what it is. I have to stand on the word of God regardless. And we have to have this conversation with everyone. It has to be an open conversation.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times people will probably watch us, bro, and I don't know, get a bit irritated at the fact that we always hashing and bashing on this specific topic. I think when you get to a point of attacking the church as well and letting us know, no, you guys are wrong. That's why we're standing up for the truth and speaking about this. The moment you get to that point where you've lost your conviction in regard to that specific thing and you think it's not wrong, what your guys are actually saying is wrong. That's why we're actually standing up.
Which goes back to the first point where Mark says, but how can you bring those things in the church? There has to be this fine line of, I'm all for entertainment, I'm all for accepting everyone, but there's certain things
But
that
not
are
only
black and
that, I feel like on the church itself, there is certain attacks in different areas. Like if you remember during COVID, there was the whole attack during COVID. Also, the other attack was the whole divorce thing during COVID. And thereafter, divorce rates in churches itself also started skyrocketing and stuff. And pastors also had to come out and kind of say, guys, what is going on here? Let's tone this thing down. Let's go for counseling. Let's sort things out. So I feel like the same way we have seasons, there's different seasons of attacks in the church as well. I just feel like at this point in time, the season of attack is basically LGBT. So they shouldn't feel some type of way, because when attacks come, we defend ourselves and we correct certain things. So at this point in time, this season, it's this thing that's basically coming at the church now. So obviously, as a church, you can't keep quiet. You need to stand up and also say what you feel and what's right and what's wrong. So you can't feel one way about the other thing, say, okay, nah, divorce things and stuff, because it didn't make a big uproar about the whole divorce thing and stuff. But now once you're coming for the LGBT, it's some a big thing. So why are you feeling enough for this one and not enough for the other one, where it's both attacks on the church?
And sorry to say, bro, in actual fact, we're not even saying what we feel. Our it's not emotionally based. We're speaking based of truth and facts. Truth and facts. They, on the other end, are speaking about feelings and emotions. And we know emotions and feelings fluctuate.
You can change your mind, but I'm not speaking from changing your mind, like you're saying emotions. I'm speaking about, hey, bro, that's what the Bible. That's why I say there's certain issues that are black and white, bro. It's like, hey, my bro, this is what it is. There's nothing I can say about this thing. It's just that's just how it is. So, back to the Stephen thing, there are elements where he must speak up for himself, but But as far as the
But
financial things,
let's see him in that conversation first, bro.
yeah, let's see.
Let's wait and see,
yeah.
bro. When
That's why I brought out-
and I hope and pray, bro, that the Holy Spirit does maneuver in that way
For him to be able to
within
stand.
his space, within his space, so we can see. I think now's it's a bit.
But that's what I'm
tricky
saying.
and
What
hectic
TD
just
Jakes
to-
did and what Joel Osteen did.
You see,
I'm saying that,
they showed
Chance,
us their colors, bro.
Chance, you can't do that. You must stand for what you're standing for. You can't be dancing around the topic. And people expect you to. Bruh, majority of the world that watches that interview expect you to stand up because they must know you're a pastor. They know why. This is a pastor. Obviously, he's not going to support these things. Now when you flip-flop, they're like, check this pastor. He calls himself a pastor, but he's not even standing for the thing. Then it happens to what Andrew says. As Christians, you don't stand up for the truth. Look at what happened to Bill Maher. Not Bill Maher. What's it? Maher Mari. Bishop Maher Mari.
Okay.
Did you see that thing, bro?
Nah, go for it, bro.
So, homie was speaking, he speaks openly against it. And then he called out Andrew. He said, Mr. Tate, I have an issue with you. Why did you switch from Christianity to Islam? Blah, blah, blah. He started calling out Andrew. Then he started calling out that there's only one true God, and it's Jesus Christ. You can't go through Buddha. You can't go through. Then somebody came into the church and stabbed him, bruh. In Australia. His church is in Australia. Then they stabbed him. Did you see that thing, bruh? Then they stabbed him. It was a big thing last week.
Oh, that
pastor
lighty.
would yeah.
The lighty stabbed him.
Yeah,
in
that
the
pastor
church.
would have
I
got
see.
a
I
great
see.
beard.
Yeah.
He
He's
wears
dead,
like
bro.
a hoodie.
Nah,
He's
not
dead.
dead, though.
He's alright. But
He's alright.
the pastor
Might get
came
stabbed.
and stabbed him.
But
Not the
the-
pastor, the kid.
The kid.
one of the congregational members, he's in the congregation and he's always brings his son to church as well. But the father says, like, during time, the son started drifting more towards Islam as well. So he started drifting more towards Islam. So it didn't resonate with the son well, what the pastor was saying about
Going up against Islam.
against Islam and all that stuff. And that's basically why he went and attacked the pastor.
You see, bro. So that thing was a big thing also last week. I wish we had more time to cover that. But these are the people that people are, bro, you must see the support Bishop Maher has, bro. People are supporting him big time. He's like a Christian Andrew Tate, bro. And it's an old opa with a big beard. But people are supporting him big time. And you know why? Because he says what he says and he means what he says. And that's it. He even said, I'm willing to die for this thing. And when they came to stab him, he came out afterwards and said, look what happened. They came to stab me. But still, if they killed me, I'm willing to die for this thing. And you have to get to that place in your life where you're like, you know what, bro? It is what it is and I'm willing to die for it. Take my channel if you want to. Delete my profile if you want. I don't care. I'm willing to die for this
No, I
thing.
mean, in that light, knows definitely, bro. We see people like Stephen that was stoned, bro. We see people like Paul that was hung upside down, bro. And just basically these disciples that literally went all 9 yards, bro, preaching the gospel. So I think in that light, most definitely,
And
bro,
Jesus
Steve-
said it. He
yeah.
said, you'll be persecuted for my name. So if we try to avoid the persecution, bruh, you're in for a rough ride because at some point you're going to have to face persecution because at some point you're going to have to answer the question. All right, where do you stand on the LGBT?
And the
You
truth
must
is-
answer. You
have to.
can't now dance around
And the
it.
truth is, he's dancing around it, but yet he's gonna get attacked with other things.
See?
So might
now
as well
look at
just
TD
hit it
Jakes.
straight
TD
on the
Jakes
head.
danced around it on that New York Times interview that he had.
Yeah,
ne?
but probably
and
because
now all
of
of
this
TD
was
Jakes
taking-
things is coming
but
out.
that's
Now
what
they're
I'm
like,
s-
oh,
that's why.
he
Yeah.
didn't want to condemn this thing because his
That's
child is
why,
gay
bro.
and he's busy with those things and da.
Like
da.
Steven's
So it
dancing
makes you
around
look
this
bad,
thing,
bro.
but yet he still comes. Now he's coming out with a jersey, something like a jersey. He's getting persecuted for
You
that.
see, so
Might as
either
well
way
just
you're
hit
gonna
him.
get persecuted. Might as well stand for the truth, bro. You're gonna get persecuted whether it's with the money, whether it's with whatever. You're gonna get it either way, bro. So you might as well stand for what you believe in, because persecution's coming either way.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. I hope and I pray that he does get a bit of a nudge in that regard, bro.
Bro, read some comments and let's close the show.
For us to see. So I hope he's saying modesty does not mean that you can't be flashy. I mean, we always want women to be modest, but men be wildin'.
Yeah, thank you. Hoop. Okay, Jess, we're gonna close the show now. Ne? So last week we had a show and this chair that Jay's sitting on was squeaking. Ne? And Dalmain was watching the show from home. And he heard the chair squeaking. So when the show was done, he came here with a bottle of Q20 and he's like, Jet, I couldn't stop. I couldn't like just leave this thing. I even came to studio to come and spray the chair. And so we spray the chair,
bro, it's cool.
and now look, it's working. That's why he's asking in the comment section if the chair is fine. So the homie came all the way from his house after watching the show, and he came to spray the chair. Big shout out to them, man. Thank you for pulling through, my brother. The chair is definitely working now. Let's close it, gents.
Yeah, say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna get to a time where you must stand up for what you believe. And the time is it's be getting pushed into a corner now, bro. But you have to decide where you stand, and it just is what it is, bro. You have to stand with what you mean, what you say what you mean. Persecution comes, and it just is what it is. You're gonna have to man up and stand. And I would actually argue that your support is greater when you're actually a person of your word, and if you actually believe what you say and stand. We see it with Andrew. We see it
It's
with
tough
Bishop.
though, bro. That's why a lot of people shy
That's why
away
people
from
shy
it, bro,
away from it. It's
because
difficult.
of
It is
Cancel
difficult.
culture.
But
and all
look
that.
at the reward that it comes with, bro. Not just the reward that people take you more seriously, the reward in heaven for standing up for what what God needs us to stand up for. Closing.
Do you think if you have money, it's more difficult to say these things than without money?
I would argue if you making I would argue if you're making money, like basically what Andrew says. If you're making money from places that the government can't, then it's
can't
easier.
touch, bro. Then it's a lot
Then it's
easier,
easier because then you don't care. It's like, bro, what you gonna do?
You went to jail, bro. They took everything away from him, bro. You went to jail, comes out of jail, and they baffled, bro, and perplexed as to, bro, how are you still buying all these cars? We've frozen the accounts.
Took all
We've
the
cancelled
cars
your
away.
Uber. We've cancelled your this and that. Every single thing, bro. The homie said one morning he just like got up and he saw opening. Sorry, Mr. Take cancelled your property,
Airbnb.
whatever, all of it, bro.
Everyone canceled, but he didn't care, bro. Still had money. So that's the thing. If you have money, it's easier because then you're like, because look what happened with the vaccines. The people who needed to work, even if they didn't want to take it, they were like, ish, those people are then threatening to fire me now. I must take a vaccine.
You have to.
But if it was someone running their own business, someone who had money, but was like, nah, bro, I'm not taking this thing. Even if you fire me, it's all right. Because now they're kind of more independent. But people who had to go, they had to take it. A lot of people are feeling some type of way now because they're getting blood clots, they're getting all these things. And they're like, ish. Because
Yeah,
they
bro,
forced me to take this thing.
which is such a sad reality, bro.
But gents, we have to close. That's a topic for a different day.
Now I was just thinking.
But it's
that.
better, bro. I think it's 99.9% always better when you have funds
'Cause you
in
can make
any
your own
aspect
decisions.
and realm of life, bro.
You can make your own decisions.
I was just asking because obviously if you have funds,
Don't ever be poor and stand for the truth.
I think if you have money,
kidding.
because
kidding.
I'm also
I'm kidding,
in the back
bro.
of my head, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, if you have poor and you stand for the truth, you also have nothing to lose at the end of the day.
you don't have
Poor,
money
you don't have
anyway.
anything. Whereas I feel like you have more to lose when you do have the money. That's exactly what. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, if you poor, stand for the truth. If you lose, you lose. What do you lose?
So that's why I'm asking. 'Cause it's easier to say when you don't have. That's why I feel like.
Like in Steven's case now, he has more to lose.
So it's difficult for him to
For
speak
him.
about it. That's exactly
For
why I'm
him,
bringing
yeah,
it
bro.
up.
It's more to lose for him. But someone like a Tate, or someone who's diverse in their money,
But then again,
cares?
the truth is that if you look at it, Furtick isn't that far off from a Tate because in terms of business-wise, because Tate is big on his image, his brand is what pushes him. Furtick is the same thing, his brand is what pushes him. So why is he so scared to speak?
but he
then?
shies away from,
But that's why
from
I'm
those
asking.
topics that he knows is controversial. Like the LGBT topics, like the
But that's
racial
exactly
issues.
why I'm asking,
Those are things
because
that becomes controversial.
it's not like that would then dent his bank account in that terms because he still has followers of him.
That's going to follow him even if he believes that.
But where else would Tate have put his funds, though, bro?
Nah, bro, he has.
He
more.
has
Where
it,
do
but that's
you?
what I'm
How
saying.
do you?
He has his
How do you
funds
keep
because
it
of
away from the
followers of
matrix,
him.
bro?
Now he put it in. He says, bro, he put it in businesses where other people
Yeah,
are
other people are,
co-signers
yeah.
and stuff.
It has
So
to be
they
that
even
way.
if he take his one, he's like, who cares, bro?
And also, that Tate University there's a lot of inroads and he gets a lot of money from that.
Yeah, bro.
That's why I'm saying most of his money comes
That
from
people make
followers
like
of
more
him.
than $1 million a month, bro, just from that thing. So he makes money either way. He doesn't care.
But anyway, thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. Love and appreciate y'all. Say what you say, mean what you say mean and eat.
Alright, bro. It's actually Ngaya, bro. What's another topic? Skatiso.
Ladies and gentlemen, see
Super
you on the
Sunday.
next one. see you on Monday again. And then don't miss it. Love you guys.
See you Wednesday.
Sharp. Goodbye. See you Wednesday on my show.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Tay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.